Okay, cool.
No problem. But because
All
you're
right.
moving, so if we walk through it, then you'll start to see the different possibilities of the script itself and of the flow that could happen from each one of the different, like I said, questions and things that that might pop up.
Yeah. So let me see here. Okay, so haven't thought about it and not working on, right? So what would be the two kind of like, is this something you're currently working on, or you haven't even thought about it? Haven't thought about it, not working on it.
Well, let's do the first one. So if they're working on it, so if I say, yeah, we're working on that right now.
Mm-hmm. So wait, put in up third row there. There we go. So working on. Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, we're working on it. So what's the? Oh, great. Right. Or what? No. Let me just share my screen. Didn't realize it was off. There we go. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so working on, right? So, oh, great, you're working on it. Perfect. So email basically, right?
Nope, still ain't got past it. So if they're working on it, so how's it going? Because they might just be bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say, so how's it going? Oh, everything's moving along right now. And from there, you can once again go into your soft pitch of what you do. Or like I said, or if you read the vibe and they seem kind of shitty or busy, you can say, you know, awesome. How's it going? Da-da-da. Oh, it's going pretty good. Okay, well, how's it going? Sorry, you see, my brain is not in the flow now. So how's it going? Yeah, see, I was in the flow just a minute ago. I was good.
Yeah.
You got to say it because they'll make me feel better. So, is this something that you are currently working on, or something you hadn't even thought about?
Or something.
Yeah, I know you write it completely. Like I said, I just gotta talk.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. And for me, it's like I can talk once the structure is there.
Right.
Like, I mean, if I have a normal conversation that I don't want to sell anybody anything, then I can basically just go off on a tangent.
But see, that's how it has to be.
I know, but it has to kind of like
have some structure.
Yeah.
I understand that. And that's why I said, introduce yourself, find out about them, introduce the pain, get the question, and then make the pitch.
Yeah, but I never had to think about it that way when I had a conversation, because I never had a conversation. Like, I'm not talking like sales with people, even though I'm not selling anything.
Yeah, you are. You just don't think about it. You just see, this is the thing. When I tell people, you don't think about it. So let's just say you're going, you just started up your new business. When you go talk to somebody, say, "Hey, man, yeah, I just started up my new business at home." They go, "Oh, cool, man. What you doing?" "Well, right now we're working with such and such and such and such." When you're doing that and they're having that conversation, you are selling that information to that person. You just don't think about it, because what you're trying to do is be believable and for that person to understand what you're saying. That is a sales conversation. You want that person.
But is it? Yeah, but is it an effective sales conversation? That's the question.
At the end of the day, when you're telling somebody about what it has to be effective communication. So you have to clearly communicate what you're doing to where that person goes, "Oh man, okay, I can see that." So what I try to get folks to do with the sales is to, once again, to make it to where it's like having a regular conversation.
Exactly.
It's not any different. So when I go to a person, like right now, I'm doing barbecue. First thing I talk about when I talk to most people right now is barbecue. And they go, oh man, really? Da, da, da. And I go, yeah, right now we're doing this, 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 this. And we also offer this, this, this. That's a soft sale. Because I want them to, because I want a reaction. I want them to go, oh man, well, can you cook something for me? Sure. But my whole conversation is leading into that naturally. I don't have to think about it because I talk to people with that idea of communicating a certain idea all the time. I want you to understand exactly what I want and you to react a certain way. So when I speak to you, I want clarity. Oh, okay. So if I say something to you, it's the same. And as I said, for me, it's the same. It all works the same way. And it's just the extra pieces you got to put in to clarify. So what you're doing right there, when you ask them, is this something you're working on or something you haven't even thought about? That's just clarifying where they are. So they might just go, oh,
Exactly.
I hadn't even thought about that. You go, yeah, you know what? Most people I talk to, they're kind of in the same way. They hadn't thought about it, weren't really looking at it, and they're still losing money. That's why we actually come in and we're able to do such and such and such and such. Now, is that something that you guys would be interested in, or you're not really caring about it? See, I'll give you the option, good conversation. There's nothing pushing you. And now you can go, well, you know, I really like to hear a little bit more. Awesome. I think it'd be good if we had another call because right now I got a big file on you and I have a lot of paperwork I can send to you. That way you could take a look at it before our next call and then we can go into it in detail. How would that sound? Okay, would Tuesday or Thursday be better for you, in the mornings or the afternoons? Then you go in the
Okay, so you're basically right here, like either or all of those kind of options here. So you basically ending the conversations here.
Yeah, that is the end of the conversation right there. If you're working on it, you're not working on it. So right there, you're all working.
Then I need to.
How's that going? Such and such. Oh, you're working with such and such, or you can once again go into the results a little bit. But what you want to do is get to from there. If he says they're working on it, you want to get to awesome. Some of the companies we work with, they are also doing certain things and this. But when we work with them, they're able to get these results. Now, would that be something you're interested in looking into more, or you're good right now? Once again, you're giving them that option. So if they said they're not working on it, real simple. You know what? A lot of companies we talk to, they have the same thing, not really looking at it, and they didn't realize they're losing all this type of money. But when we worked with them, we were able to do da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, if that's something that you would be interested in looking at a little further, or are you good with the money you're making now? Or you can make it a little harder. You go, is this be something you would like to make more money with your company, or you're good with the money you're making now? See, that's a little bit more stronger. But as I said, it just depends on the flow, how I'm feeling. That's why it's harder for me. Like I said, it's harder for me to teach sales, but to me, it's just about the personality of the person. And once you get real comfortable just conversating with people and moving along in a conversation. And that's all I see. Is movement. It's movements in a conversation. So you're moving them from being comfortable with who you are, identifying the person, the right, correct person. Then you're moving to finding out the issue, giving them the pain point. Is that it? And then you want to see if that's an issue for them. If it's not, cool. If it is, cool. And that's where you end up. So either way, you're still going to your next step. But you still can give your soft pitch. You're not working on it. We already went through it. Awesome. A lot of people we work with are in the same boat. They weren't looking into it, and they were able, when we work with, to increase their profit for each customer by this much. Now, is that something that will be interest to your company, to you, or are you guys okay with the money you're making right now? You are working on it. So how's that going for you right now? How long have you been, working on it? 6 months or so? Well, cool. You've been working on the last 6 months. We had another customer who were messing with their stuff. It took them a year, and they only got to this amount. We helped the customer, and it took us 3 months, and we got them to here, and they were able to make this much more per customer. And now, is that something that you will be interested in, or you're not really worried about it right now. So either way, you still give the soft pitch and you give them the option at the end, but you give them the option and you identify where they are, because if you don't, then you just leave it out in the open and you don't know where to classify them. If you don't give them that option of if they're working or not working.
Exactly. So that's the working on. So pitch what you do. Okay, I'll work on that one. So not working. Let me see here.
Yeah. So when you're not working on it, it's more of, yeah, I can understand that. You know, you wouldn't want to say, oh, great. You know, so on that one, you want to be like, yeah, I understand that, because a lot of people we work with are companies we work with. They weren't looking into it, and this happened, da da da. But when we worked with them, here's the results that we were able to get. Is this something that will be of interest to your company or not?
I mean, shit. I need to kind of like understand. So not working on. So, okay. So how do you get, so what's the next step there? I understand a lot of, so you still go into the pitch here.
Yeah,
right?
You still go into the pitch, but what you do now is you let them know. What you're doing in the next statement after that is identifying them with other people you've worked with. So even if they're working on it, same thing. So how's it going? Oh yeah, we've been this. Yeah, you know, some of the other companies we work with, they were also doing this. And when we took over, they're doing this for them. We helped them get these results in this amount of time. If they say there's been amount of time, or they spend a certain amount of money or whatever, you identify them with other customers that you've worked with that had the same situation. Someone like, so when they say we're not working on it, I can understand that most of the people that we actually work with hadn't thought about it, and they were losing a ton of money per customer. But when we were able to come in, we showed them how to fix this and get that money back and now increase their revenue, but da da da. Is that something that will be of interest to your company? So like I said, those two answers both go to the same ending. It just has a different street. It just
exactly.
Because the person, as I said, and here's where if they're working on it, can go to a different way. So right now, that's if they just say we're working on it, or they could say, yeah, we've actually hired such and such company, and we've been working with them for about 4 months. Same thing. How's it going? How's it going working with them? We had another client who was using them a while back, and it took them this amount of time to get certain results. Is that how it's going for you right now? Yeah, okay, cool. Because when we took over working for them, we were able to get these results in this amount of time. Is that something that you would be interested in looking at, or you're good with working with them? So it's once again, it all goes to the same spot. It's just that little bit of changing from what they said, reacting to what they said.
Exactly.
Remember the boss questioning always gives an option. So anytime you ask a question, try to give an out. Is this something that you'd be interested in, or you're good where you're at right now? What that does is it leaves them friendly with you, because you're not being pushy. It leaves them with a good taste in their mouth, as we say here.
Cool. I'll work on that too. So, okay, I haven't thought about it. So, okay, I can understand that. Not a lot of contracting businesses have. Let me take this out then.
Now, see, if you say it like that, that's more confrontational.
Mhm.
Because it's kind of like if I said, "Hey, man, are you trying to lose weight, or is it something you're not worried about?" And you go, "I hadn't thought about it." He goes, "Yeah, a lot of people who hadn't, people overweight hadn't really looked at anything."
Mm.
See, it kind of goes, "You're
Yeah.
you're a fat
Yeah,
slob."
yeah, yeah.
That's why I say you want to identify them with other people. You want to identify them with other businesses. I can understand that. A lot of the companies we work with also have not been doing this. Now, see, they're in other company, and now they don't feel alone that you've just singled them out.
Cool. Thought about it. There we go. And then over. Okay, so I haven't thought about it. I can understand that. Not a lot of contracting businesses that we work with also haven't thought about it.
Then you go into your soft pitch. But when we were able to work with them, we did this in this amount of time, and it did this for them. Would that be something of interest to your company? Because basically, haven't thought about it, not working on it is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But working on it is where it could be a little tricky. Yeah, we're working on, because they could, once again, they could either be trying to push you away, get off the phone with you, or they're really doing something. That's why I asked, how's it going? Because now you can clarify whether they're bullshitting or whether they are really working on it.
Exactly. So should I put in the like loss as well, like losing between 8 to 34K per customer that they don't acquire?
I wouldn't put it in there. I would say what we're able to achieve, not what they're losing, because you've already told them what they're losing. So you can say, I understand a lot of companies that we work with currently, they weren't thinking about it at all. Now you can kind of go, and we were able to da 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 da. So you can. It's not a yes or no solid completely, but what you're going to do is you'll repeat it again because of what you're doing. So if you're saying, yeah, a lot of companies we work with, they didn't even know that. And I just like to make it a fun saying instead of making an identifiable number. Instead of saying the 34,000, I would say they were losing tons of money. And when we were able to work with them, we were able to help them do this, and increase this, because you already put a workable number early on in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you can embellish and expand upon it. It's kind of like saying Paul and then saying he.
Yeah.
You're still identifying Paul, but you're just picking a term to do it.
But we were able to work with them. Yeah, because I just need to know like where to go. I mean, obviously I have done sales before, but like this is like I really don't remember cold calling at all, to be honest. Like that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to kind of get back to where I was.
Like I said, all I want to do is make sure folks just have a more conversational, non-salesy talk. That's 100% what I want. Because when you do that, there's no pressure on you and there's no pressure on the person you're calling.
Yeah.
And when nobody has any pressure, now you can continue to move. So once again, if the person doesn't do anything today, they're still okay for another call. You're not going to
Yeah.
be, oh shit, I don't want to answer the phone because it's this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I get it. Yeah, avoiding your call.
Yeah.
Exactly. Help.
And then, like I said, at any time in the conversation, they go, look, we're not really interested in doing any of this stuff right now. No problem. Hope you guys doing awesome right now. What I'm going to do is I send you an email with the evaluation that we had of your company. That way you can look at that on your own leisure. And if you have any questions, my number and the email will be in there also. And we can get back later. Sounds good? No problem. So that's your dismount. No problem. I can understand that. What I'm going to do is send you an email with that evaluation for free of charge. You can look at it later. And if you have any questions, my number and contact information is on there. So if you need to reach out to me and discuss anything, I'll be right there available for you. Cool? No problem. Have a good day. That's your, you can say dismount. That's the dismount.
Yeah.
Without the pitch.
Cool. I'll actually look at the videos. So just run through all the three here again. So haven't thought about it. So yeah, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, no problem, Paul. A lot of people we work with, they really hadn't looked at anything and they were losing a ton of money. But when we were able to work with them, we were able to do this in this amount of time and it increased their revenue by this much. Is that something that you guys would be interested in right now, or are you guys okay right now with the money you're making?
Good. Yeah. And then not working on. Yeah, we're not working.
Yeah, Paul, I understand that. I mean, a lot of people are not working on this right now and it's causing them to lose a ton of money. And so when we come in and step in and take over there and work with them, we're able to do this in this amount of time and get them this amount of money and increase their revenue. Now, is that something that you guys would be interested in right now, or is you good with the money you're making right now?
Yeah. Then working on, and working on is like 50-50 if they bullshit or not.
So, yeah. So how's that going for you guys right now? Who are you particularly working with?
It's okay. It's going good.
Okay, yeah. Well, who are you working with right now? Maybe as a company I've heard of, because I can recommend a couple of great guys.
Oof, I don't know. Like we have a couple of SEO firms or people working for us. I have no idea who's working on what.
And you guys been doing this for like a month, 2 months, or is it actually working for you guys right now or not?
I don't know if it's working. Like I mean, we're paying them. I have to actually go and see if it's working.
I got you. And the reason I asked is because a lot of the companies we've worked with, they had a lot of other companies also working with them, companies like such and such, and they just weren't getting the results in the same amount of time that we could provide. Because when we work with a company, we're able to do this in this amount of time and increase their revenue like this much. Now, is that something you guys would be looking interested in right now, or you want to stick with who you're working with right now? And then once again, whatever they answer, now you go back to your almost like your soft dismount. Either you're going to setting a call or you're going to the email. No problem. I appreciate your time. What I'm going to do for you is send you the email with that complete report on your company that we came up with. And if you have any questions, my contact information is on there so you can get a hold of me and we can discuss it further. Sounds like a plan? All right. Well, great talking to you and I hope everything works out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's the setting up the second call. So yeah, basically this goes into the other one.
That's your close.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's that one. Where's that one? There we go.
All right. I'll get these recordings out to you. I got to run out here and get this reel going so I can get the rest of the day moving.
Cool. Do that, and I'll work on the script some more.
All right, man. Well, good talking to you again, and we'll catch you another time.
Absolutely. Grill away.
All right.
All right.